Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jen. I wanted to post since we are currently in week 3 of our 13 weeks to 13 miles. I have to be honest, I was a little nervous going into this week because I am making up miles from last week. We were super busy as a family last week. We had visitors in town and it was my son's 8th birthday. So my Saturday run did not happen. And I knew that going into this week, I was gonna have to make up those miles because I definitely do not wanna get too far behind. But I will say that the training guide is doing its job. It is keeping me on track, and I've just been crossing off every day. So if I, skip miles on Saturday, I know I have to make them up this week, and I know where I stand. So again, I just want to reinforce the fact that this guide is really useful in the way that it keeps us on track to getting us ready for race day. For the most part, I'm feeling pretty strong. There are definitely days where I am exhausted and I don't know how I'm gonna get in my miles, but showing up is step one, right? So as long as we're getting on that treadmill or hitting the pavement, that is a step in the right direction. And it might not always feel easy when I start, but at the end, I feel so good about finishing and knowing that I set my mind to something and I actually accomplished it. One thing that I am finding as we increase our miles is taking notice of what I'm eating, when I'm eating, and how that's playing an effect on how I feel overall, going into my run, during my run, and then during my recovery. So I know that all of that depends on the person and that for everybody it's different, but I'm definitely in the testing phase of figuring out what I need to eat and what's going to sustain me for my longer runs. So I would love to hear from you guys. What are your tips as far as when you eat and what you eat before these long runs? I would love to hear from you, so please